Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. And I hope you've had a great festive season. Yes, this is recorded just after Christmas 2024. In this is a starting episode of Battle Hymn Mission 2, continuation of my campaign. So I've done all the squad improvements that I could with about command points I won in the previous mission, which I did win. And let's go through what Mission 2 is. Because I've got it in a booklet here. It tells me, apart from the date, which is incorrect. So the mission 2 is called Hit and Run. Somewhere in the Russell Islands, 18th September, now it's written 43, well, it's actually 42. While the Battle of Guadalcanal swings back and forth, yeah, that's why it's 42, naval intelligence has detected that the Japanese have been constructing a secret fighter base in the Russell Islands to provide advanced fighter cover for daily bomber raids against Henderson Field. The nasty nips. Your hand-picked men are being sent on a dangerous but vital mission. Embark by submarine, land at night, and destroy that base. Now, I'm glad the way it says hand-picked men. I got two men that I wouldn't have picked in a month of Sundays, Hibbert and Gernbaum. Gernbaum is the replacement for Gomez. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go and watch Mission 1, which was called Boomerang. I lost a man, Gomez. But we were replaced by Gernbaum, obviously of German heritage. He's not very good. Maybe his heart's not in it for other reasons, but no, he not very good. Anyway, it says handpicked. Obviously, I was enforced by two other dudes. So it says I can use a pre-generated squad, or your squad for mission 1, or a new squad. I'm using the squad for mission 1 with a new replacement. I've got to buy new equipment because it's a campaign. I had to re-roll the equipment dice. I got 39 points. Now, my actual squad, I will bring up when we go down to the map and look at what's going on. I'll also put it in the community tab, so if you want to have a look at what Alan's squad actually looks like. It then goes through quite a few sort of special rules and such forth, but we'll go down to the map and look at that. But that's the situation. My slight difficulty with these rules is where they conflict slightly with ambush, but hopefully I can muddle through. So let's go down to the map and see what is going on. And there's the map, map A, all of it. There's no overlays or anything like that. So that is the map that we'll use. It says the top of the map is the east edge. So I've marked, put a counter there to mark it east edge. And then I thought, well, I might as well mark all the other edges just in case I get myself confused. I can't remember what is east and west. West is east and north and south and all the rest of it. So yeah. So your men enter in 2 rubber rafts in hex Y9. So that's going to be sort of down, sorry, Y19, which is right down here. I'll put the 2 rafts here. There we go. Y19. Place an antenna in hex S7 on the roof. I've placed that, ready to go. And then there's various things for activation levels, which we'll get into. Now, there's special rules for the rafts, which we'll go through as we use them. It's at night, and the night visibility. The mission occurs at darkest midnight. I'm not sure what darkest midnight is, but there we go. A soldier can see only 4 hexes, exclusive of the hex he occupies. Now, that's something I'm going to have to remember. Okay, in my excitement, and sometimes as these games go on, I sort of forget those sort of little things. So maybe I should put a little dice here to remind me when I look at it that the maximum range is 4 hexes, exclusive of the hex you're in. Stream, the water barrier running from Y6 to R9, so that's from here to here. Let's bring it from there to there. Is a stream and can be crossed normally, so I can move across there. The lagoon, which is all these hexes here and here, there, and there, are impossible. Cannot be entered. Surf, now all this watery stuff, the all water hexes are at high tide and can be entered only in rubber rafts. So I can't do no swimming. And it says that I am allowed to build foxholes. So nice thing that they mention that rule, it could become important. So what do I need to actually win? So you need 15 victory points to win. In addition to the points you receive for the activation of Japanese soldiers, when a Japanese soldier comes on, you get points for those. You receive 2 additional victory points for the destruction of each building on the map. So now I'm assuming, let's just see the right. Other VPs will be revealed during the mission. Last time there was all these blinking pangees, spiked pits that kept on cropping up. Okay. A building is destroyed when a satchel charge is successfully thrown into its hex, regardless of whether the building comprises 1 or more hexes. Okay. The entire building is destroyed at once. Place a rubble marker in each destroyed building hex. Okay. So therefore there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings in this. So that's 10 potential victory points sitting there because 2 points each. The mission ends in condition 5 or 6 when the last US soldier exits in a raft from hexes L19 through to L19 through to Y16 inclusive. So basically I've got to get in, hence the name hit and run, boom, 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 and then back out. Okay. Once we're at condition 5 or 6. Victory points lost for an incapacitated US soldier can be avoided by exiting him with the rest of the squad. Bung him in the boat, off we go. So that's the mission objectives. I've got to go and blow things up, and they've given me 6 free satchel charges. So pretty much everyone apart from Kernbelm, who, sorry, is pretty useless, and Davis, who's using the automatic rifle, the Brownings, he can't carry one, has got a satchel charge. I also equipped all my guys with knives, but you can see that. Well, let me bring up the actual sheet on here. Okay, so there's my squad record. So squad leader Alan. Initiative 4, perception 7, weapon skill +1. He's armed with a submachine gun and a knife and the satchel charge. Also 2 grenades. He's got 5 command points. What is the right term? Anyway, those are stacking up for the next time. Campaign points. There we go. All right. Baldwin, assistant squad leader. Initiative 3, perception 6, weapon skill 0. Armed with a SMG as well and a knife and a satchel charge and 2 grenades. 2 carryover points from last time. Clark, initiative 3, perception 7. Okay, so he had 6 points over from last time. So I tried to raise his initiative. He failed the roll, so he got a perception increase instead, hence the 7. And he is armed with a, well, Garand, isn't it? SAR, semi-automatic rifle and a knife and a satchel charge. Again, 2 grenades. Davis, okay, he had 6 command points over from the first mission. And I made an initiative roll to see if he could improve his initiative. It did improve. He got an increase from 2 to 3. His weapon skills 2, by far the best shot, hence why he's got the Brownings, because that's my main fire spot. And he has just got automatic rifle ammunition. Evans, initiative 2, perception 4, weapon skill unfortunately -1. Pick guys. Okay. Self-automatic rifle, the Garand, plus a knife, plus a satchel charge, plus 2 grenades. Flores, my Spanish dude. Initiative 2, perception 3. Again, SAR, semi-automatic rifle, knife, satchel charge, 2 grenades. Gunbelm, the new dude. Okay. Initiative 1, perception 1, weapon skill -1. Movement points 3. I only trusted him with 1 grenade. SAR and a knife. And Hibbert from the last time, initiative 1, perception 1, weapon skill -1. Drives, at least he can drive. I mean, Gurnbell hasn't even bloody seen a car in his life. Movement point allowance of 3. He's also only been trusted with 1 grenade and 1 less clip of ammo, but he has got a satchel charge. Okay, command points. 1 carryover from last time. These two got 3 carryover. If you get 6 command points, you can increase something on your squad, on your guy. I think on these two dudes, the first thing, Gurn, Bellman, Hibbert, the first thing I need to really increase in there is their movement point. Get moving, guys. Come on. Right. Activation levels. On level 1 is 0 to 1, 0 to 3, 0 to 5. When you get to 8, to campaign level, card 5, 0 to 8. So, yeah. Obviously, no victory points at the moment and no losses at the moment. So there's a squad. So I'm going to put this picture up in the community tab on my channel, and we'll see how it goes from there. Also, you could obviously take a screenshot now if you wanted to, but that is the squad that's going to be doing the dudes. Okay, I'm closing that down because obviously I've got that sitting right next to me. See, hold on, look at the camera, look at the camera. Yeah, there it is. Right, or I could put it, well, yeah. Anyway, I got it next to me. Right, so that is effectively, I've now got to determine who's in what raft. Let me think about this and then we'll ponder. Okay, raft. So it says rafts can move 4 all-water hexes per turn. And to move a raft 4 hexes per turn in rounds, at least 2 active soldiers must spend simultaneous actions to be paddling. To move a raft in operations requires only paragraph and event checks as you enter each new hex. While moving in rounds, a raft can be moved 4 contiguous water, coast, or river hexes. In rounds, rafts can be carried 2 hexes per turn by 2 standing soldiers. In operations, rafts can be carried by 2 standing soldiers conducting paragraph checks as normal. Now, it doesn't say anywhere. It says I've got 2 rafts, so I put 4 soldiers per raft, but it doesn't say anywhere that what the limit is. You know, can you have 8 soldiers, 6 soldiers, or anything? So I'm assuming that I can fit all 8 in one raft, just in case one raft gets actually popped. Okay, which can happen. It also tells me rafts must be hidden in palm trees while not in use by flipping them over to their hidden sides. It takes 2 actions in rounds to hide or uncover a hidden raft. Hidden rafts cannot be seen by a Japanese soldier, even if he's in the same hex. I mean, that's why they're wearing glasses in most of the depicted pictures. And then it says when a raft enters a beach hex, it is considered to be half in and half out of the water. Soldiers can freely enter and exit a raft in a beach hex. Cool point, freely. When being fired at, soldiers in the raft are the targets. If the fire misses the soldiers, roll 1 die. On a 0 to 2, the raft is hit and deflates immediately. All soldiers in the deflated raft are immediately placed in the water and lose all the gear being carried in their port boxes. Depending on the mission, if the surf is shallow, well, we know the surf isn't shallow, we've been told it's deep, all water soldiers in the raft may continue to move normally. If the surf is deep, all soldiers drown. Not too happy about that one, because it says the surf, all the water hexes are at high tide and can only be entered in rubber rafts. So it says high tide, so therefore I'm assuming that the surf is deep. Why they didn't use the word deep in it, why they use the word high tide rather than deep, there we go. But I'm assuming that is the case. So we're ready to begin. Okay, so let's zoom in a bit, see what's going on here. I have got 4 men in each raft. So raft with Alan in it has got also Clark, who has by far the best, well, he has the best reception, and Evans and Flores. That is technically my assault team, or the team that I'm going to be most probably doing the most exploring with. The other team, led by Baldwin, has also got Davis in, and the two unfortunates, Hibbert and Gurnbell. Okay, that's going to be my fire team. Gurnbell and Hibbert, well, are going to be the support guys, hopefully. Right, so that's where we're starting. I am going to be moving. What is the actual plan? Well, we get 2 points per building we knock out. We can cross this stream, and it doesn't cost that many movement points to do so. Movement point costs to cross that stream is 2. So we can cross that stream successfully. We've got a lot of cover through the palm trees and the woods. So I think taking out the antenna and these 2 buildings here is the first objective. Okay. All right. So let's go back to me and zoom back in as we go through these paragraphs. If you could make any comments and suggestions, that'd be much appreciated. And also if you could like the video, if you enjoy what I've done so far, and please subscribe if you haven't done so also. All right. I'm not going to move these all at once. I'm going to, just in case we get an activation. But we've got to remember it's nighttime, so hopefully the Japanese are not as alert as they could be. So I'm going to move the actual, just one of the graphs. Oh, it wants me to move all of them. There we go. So let's right. Okay, so we're going to move the raft with these 4 dudes first, and we're going to actually move it into Y18. Y18 because I'm going to move into Y18. So that's where I do my first paragraph check. Y18, and it has the nice word none. Okay, we're now going to try Y17. Okay, so it also has a nice word none. Then we go into remember operations. I can keep going as long as I sort of want to until I get stopped by a paragraph that says all right. So Y16 also says none. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to let the other dudes catch up, at least to there. Okay, we know those hexes are safe. All right, so now we're going to bring the raft onto the beach at Y15. And let's check Y15. Okay. Well, of course, that's got something, hasn't it? Paragraph 477. So let's actually bring that up. 477. I bring that up into the top here as a reminder of where I actually am. And I now bring out the paragraph book. 477. 477. Place event marker. Conduct a PC check. It's got an S0 there. So we've actually had our first sighting. We've seen something if we do a PC check. Now, in that group of dudes, the best one there is Clark. He has a PC of 7. So that's a 6. That is a success. Okay, 477. All right, so let's place event marker. Well, don't argue with the instructions. Where are the event markers? Will that be under the word event there? So we place an event marker in that hex. Can I take that right to the bottom? We can. There we go. All right. Conduct a PC check. Success C 492. Again, I'm going to put that up there. 492. 492. That's on the same page. Your soldier thinks he sees a hidden Japanese sniper in a tree in hex X11. If you wish to commence rounds, see 511 immediately. Otherwise, continue moving in operations. That's interesting. Okay, so I can go into rounds or not. Let me set that up and have a think about that. Okay, so hex X11 is this one here. and that's up a slope, level 2. Now, if I 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd just be able to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, is my guy correct or not? I don't know. If I go into rounds, now who's Clark? He's not the best shot on the planet. Interesting. I've got a choice. I've not seen this one before. So the soldier thinks he sees a hidden Japanese sniper in a tree. If you wish to commence rounds, see 511 immediately. Otherwise, continue moving in operations. I don't think I want to go into rounds just yet. So, but I have had sighting 0. So that might mean something else will occur. But let's bring these guys on behind. So we know that hex. We're going to carry on in operations. We know that hex is safe. And I don't want them to land in the same hex. So we will go into X15 there. X15. Okay. Right, so that says the same thing, S0477. But we've had sighting 0. So we don't have another sighting 0. Well, I haven't played for a while, a little bit rusty on these. Too many other rules that have interceded. So if a black paragraph reference is preceded by a citing reference, which this is, e.g. S1, or in this case is S0, look at the paragraph only if the particular citing number has not yet occurred, which it had. So I don't have to do a second citing check. In other words, that citing has gone. Okay, at least no one's going to drown now. We're on the beach, still in the raft. We now get 2 guys out to drag the raft, and I want to put the rafts in that hex and that hex. But first of all, I'm going to send Mr. Clark forward because he is my scout. So he will be moving, not there yet. He'll move into Y14. Y14, because he's got the highest perception. Y14 has the word none. Okay. Okay. He then enters. Ah, right. Hold on. I've got to remember this. Go to crouch. There we go. Y13 in crouch. Okay, it's got the S0 again, 477. I can't check that, so he's there. He's fine. Right. Okay. So now let's move him to X13. Make sure that hex is clear. X13. Same sighting. So he thinks there's someone there, but I can't do anything about it. Now I've actually lost that opportunity. I'm still on operations. So now we're going to have Evans and Flores dragging this raft. It takes 2 of them into Y14. And they don't need to do another paragraph check. Right, just checking what needs to be done with these rafts. You know, this is all special rules. In operations, rafts can be carried by 2 standing soldiers. So they're standing and conduct para checks normally. We don't need to do any because we've already checked those paragraphs. So they then drag it into Y13. Okay. Rafts must be hidden in palm trees while not in use by flipping them over to their hidden size. It takes 2 actions in rounds to hide or uncover a hidden raft. Okay, well, we're not in rounds, so I'm assuming that is free. So we can flip that over. Is that it? Oh, look at that. And then I think we'll get these 2 guys to crouch. Right. Then we're going to do the same with this raft, but we're going to use the two dingleberries going into that hex. Now we haven't been into hex 14, so let's double check that hex, make sure that doesn't give a different sighting. Hex 14. Oh, it does. That goes, it says go paragraph 410. Oh, what are the two doobies found? 410. Okay. Minefield? Wow. Conduct the minefield procedure. If a mine explodes, go to condition 2. Cheeky buggers. Okay. This could be particularly nasty. Um, the two worst possible guys have found the minefield. Didn't even think about minefields. There we go. Right. So it says minefields are similar to booby traps, except they are permanent features. When a US soldier first enters the hex, a paragraph might state that the hex is a minefield. Great. Place a minefield marker in the hex. That US soldier and every US soldier to enter the hex later must make a perception check. These guys' perceptions are 1. Both of them. If the check succeeds, he is not harmed, but the minefield may still affect other soldiers. Great. If more than one soldier enters the minefield at the same time, yeah, because I'm carrying a blinking boat, each soldier conducts a separate PC check, and only those who fail their check suffer the effects of the exploding mine. Perception of 1. They got a 20% chance of passing this. Minefields have an unlimited number of mines and are thus never depleted or destroyed. Okay, so we're looking at gun bell. 0 or a 1. 7. Boom! And then Hibbert. 0 or a 1. 3. Boom! Okay, so what is the effect of the minefield? The soldier suffers damage as if hit by an exploding grenade inside. Fantastic. Well, this is going well, isn't it? All right, so let's bring up the fire chart. Okay, let's bring up the actual tables. Suppose I can combat resolution table. There we go. Right. Okay, so we're looking at a grenade inside. It's got a little note 4 there, which means what? Can't see anything. Also used to resolve booby traps, minefields, and bazooka attacks. Okay, now I better just double check. It did say it's the same as a booby trap. Just see if there is something else that I might be able to do. Can I go prone? No. No. Okay, so we're looking for low rolls here. So along this line. So ideally I want a 0, 1, or a 2. So Gunbell, his first activity, he's coming on the raft, dragging the raft up the beach. Boom, and 1. He panics. That's okay. We can handle a panic. And Hibbert, come on, Hibbert, same again. 4. Hibbert with a 4 is X. X is if they were prone, they'd be just panicked. But Wounded, unless the soldier is already prone, in which case he panics instead. Okay. No one died. But that's not a good start. Right. Okay, it tells me also to go to condition 2, but it didn't say go into operation into rounds. So Hibbert's wounded. Gernbelm is panicked. But I don't think that has much effect in rounds, in operations. Okay, so we're going to move those guys on with the boat out of the minefield. I don't think we take another minefield attack. Doesn't say that we do. I won't be going in that hex again. Lesson learned. Okay, so the two, yeah, it didn't say, it says guys standing, they were still standing. They now make that a hidden raft. Camo. And then they both crouch. Well, I think Hibbert might be staying here. Not a good start. Alan moves, well, goes into crouch mode and then moves into Y14. Ah, it was a change of condition, wasn't it? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I should have checked. All right. So they're still there at the present moment. Yes. Change of condition. I know. Stop, stop, stop shouting at the screen like, yeah, didn't check that. So he was standing. Okay, they were standing at that time. Though actually he automatically goes prone when wounded. Now, oh, okay, so I've got to do paragraph checks because we put new condition sleeve in, and we start with the lowest number first, which is this hex here. So I should highlight a bit better there. Okay, so that's Y13. None. Then we got X13. None. Then we got X14. That's got the minefield, so it's not an event. So we know that's there. X15. None. And Y15. None. Okay. Please read it correct. Then these guys, it's only the minefield only attacks when they move into that hex. So that's goes back there. And then we're crouching. Stand crouch. Stand crouch. So basically he stood up from prone. Well, not stood up, but come out of prone. And then crouched into that hex stroke. Well, they have to stand up. It takes the wounded guy a bit more time. They drag the raft into here and then successfully hide it. Okay, so now we are crouching everybody else. So everyone's in a crouch. Right. Alan moves into Y14 and I have, because we're in new condition, we're in condition 2, I better check that hex as well. None. Okay. Davis and Baldwin. No. Davis moves into Y15. Oh, we know that's fine. And Baldwin moves into Y15. Then they join into Y14. And right, so let's get the team sorted out. Alan moves into there, which is Y13. We know that's fine. Davis moves into there. We know that's fine. Baldwin moves into there. We know that's fine. And then all together, he moves to there. So we've got my team sorted out. Okay. Now, we know potentially there is a Japanese sniper here. I can't do recon by fire, but we want to be sneaking. So, the next up then, Mr. Clark.
The station Kelly Clarkson on
Moves into Y12. It has the word event. Okay, so I'll roll 2 dice and add results together. So for that's 10. Random event 10. RE10. This gives me a paragraph number of 5. I have to change glasses. It could have been 580, but it's actually 560. Okay, so what? 560. If S1 has not occurred, S1 has not occurred, C409. So I've got to go now to 409 because S1 has not occurred. I'm assuming that means it's going to occur, but let's have a look. 409. S1. So we now have we've had sighting 0, now we're having sighting 1. Sighting 1, 409. Activate Japanese 17, crouching in hex P6. Commence round. Japanese 17 receives 2 turns this round. Okay, let me set that up. Okay, so Japanese 17 is letter M, and he's the chief of air ops. He earns me 2 victory points. So let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I've got this marker here, which will be my victory point tracker. There we go. So I'm now on 2 VP. Yay. Okay. Plus an extra 2 VP if killed or captured. His initiative is 4. His perception is 8. His weapon skills +2, and his movement allowance is 4. He's a powerful dude. So I need to get action numbers for the Japanese. Ah, there we go. Where's the action numbers? Markers? Well, it carries on. Ah, here we go. M4. Okay. Perception. So yeah, he's armed with a pistol and a knife. Now, it tells me he starts in P6, which is way over here. So he's obviously heard the mine and has decided to come and investigate because he's on there's S1, yeah. Active Japanese 17, activate Japanese 17, crouching in hex P6, commence rounds, and Japanese 17 receives 2 turns this round. So we're going to go into round 1. So I'm going to put a little blue on here. Remind me that we're in round 1. None of us are aware of anything. Though he is. Those shouldn't be there now. We're still unaware. It didn't say we were aware, it just says we begin rounds. And that's where I'm going to end this video. With 1 Japanese active, we're going to make rolls and such forth, and events and such forth. Not sure what's going to happen here because that's where we potentially saw a Japanese soldier. And I could have started rounds at that point, but I decided not to. And we're attacked by a minefield. Are we now? Mr. M, I'm going to give him a name, is now coming to investigate. So, 1 guy, already wounded, pivot. I'm going to have to keep him at the back I'm not going to, you know, so he's easier to extract. So I'm now going to be going forward with 7 guys. Sneaky stuff. Found a mounting field. Got to remember to use Clark. Perception 7, a lot better than Perception 1. And so, yeah. Not really much to add at the moment. It's all quiet. We know there's a Japanese out there. We know one is coming. If you like that, please let me know. Give me the like button. Also in the comments, anything I missed or could have done better. Should I come on the other side? You never know. That's why these scenarios are sort of replayable, because next time I play this one, I could come on the other side of the surf board, up the middle, rather than doing a flanky kind of thing. So, but this guy, the initiative 4, perception 8, weapon skill +2. Yeah, don't want to get on his nasty side. So, but until next time, guys, play games, have fun. Bye, internet.